Peace, family. This report comes from TheRoot.com. A sister named Mareena Robinson Snowden is the first black woman to earn a Ph.D. in nuclear engineering from MIT. And this institute, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, is where she earned it from. And provocatively, a career in STEM wasn't always something she was interested in. She says engineering definitely was not something I had a passion for at a young age, she told CNBC. I was quite the opposite. I think my earliest memories of math and science were definitely one of nervousness and anxiety and just kind of an overall fear of the subject. However, her math and physics teachers in high school changed that for her, and by the time she was in the 12th grade, her and her dad decided to visit the physics department at Florida A&M University. She was deciding on colleges at that time. And she was just saying how they treated her like a football player who was being recruited. And they took her, to the scholarship office. They didn't know nothing about her at the time. All they knew was that she was a student who was open to the possibility of majoring in physics. Back in 2015, just over 2% of bachelor degrees in physics were earned by African Americans, according to the American Physical Society. So Snowden understood why the school was invested in scouting her. Snowden and her father made a deal that she would at least try to major in physics with the compromise that if in the end it wasn't for her, she'd be able to change. That compromise turned out to be unnecessary. During her undergraduate study, she took part in MIT's summer research program and was introduced to nuclear engineering. She decided to continue her education through her graduate studies, applying to 8 schools. She was only accepted to MIT's nuclear engineering program. Who would have known at the time that she'd be one to make history? She told CNBC, "You don't have to get into every school. You just have to get into the one that you're supposed to be at." She said. While at MIT, she was often the only black person or woman in her classes, which was quite the change since quite the change since she attended in HBCU. She says her inspiration is Katherine Jordan, who was portrayed in the movie Hidden Figures. People ask her all the time, who is your role model? And you pick and choose from different places. And it was like, now I have a tangible woman. I have Katherine Johnson, who was a mathematician and a black woman killing it, said Miss Snowden. Since graduating from MIT, she has taken on a new position at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, where she will be focusing on nuclear security as well as policy research and writing about nuclear weapons. So salute to this sister for challenging herself, in such a challenging course. I'm going to play a clip of the minister talking about how a young lady came to him, wanting him to pay for her schooling, but the classes she was taking, the minister say he not paying, for you to go have a good social time at school. The education we receive from college should be used to further us as a people. It's no plaything. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the clip. This your brother Monroe Jr. I'm signing off. Peace.
Think like a ruler. A young lady
was talking to me the other day about college. She wanted my help to help her with her education. And I said, what do you want to be? And she gave me some course that meant nothing. I said, well, I'm not wasting no money on you. And I'm not sending you to school for social time. See, what course did she choose? I think I like psychology. Yeah, right. This is the product of psychology. And you that have a degree in it, you can't help yourself, much less somebody else. Talk to me. If you think I'm just making stuff up, then okay. The psychologist suffering from mental illness. I said, why did you choose psychology? I didn't let her answer. I said, well, it's because you're looking for ease. So you just want a college diploma or degree that you can show off. Look what I got on my wall. I'm a graduate from the stupid university. And I have a degree in stupidity. I can't get a job. I can't do nothing to affect change in the society, but I have a degree. Your teachers are like used car salesmen who have sold you an education that you can't use. I say to hell with the school system. To hell with the education of this world. Now, are you telling us, Farrakhan, that we shouldn't go to college? No, I'm not saying that. But in order to get something out of it, you got to bring something to it. And the problem with you is you're bringing nothing to the school, expecting something from it. What mind do you bring? What focus do you have? A social life, party life. Smoke reefer life, learn the latest dance life. Is that what you're asking your parents to sacrifice and send you to college for that crap? Yeah. Is that what you want? Let me show you something from the Quran. That's why I say read. The Quran teaches that Allah created the human being to face, not run away from, face difficulty. So you don't want no difficulty, right? You just want to get through school. See, there's a big difference, isn't it? Because if you really want difficulty, you challenge yourself to a course that will aid in building a world. I want to be an engineer. That's a challenge. Oh, that's difficult. But the Quran says with difficulty comes ease. And then in another place it says after difficulty comes ease. Don't ever choose ease and think you're following God's path. He never made it easy for none of his prophets. And he never made it easy for Jesus. The path was difficult, but with that difficulty, choosing such a difficult road, came ease. Why? Because when you choose the thing that is difficult, and you have the right mind to challenge and face the difficulty, when you overcome the difficulty, the ease that attends the difficulty means you have advanced yourself. You have advanced the world in which you live because you chose a path of difficulty to produce the ease that you wanted to start with. You know what ease is? Ease is mental satisfaction over success.